Hey guys, welcome back. This is your host Phil from underKG.com, and today we're going to take a look on the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. So Mi 8 SE is kind of a light version of the Mi 8, and this is how it looks like. A little hint of iPhone 10 here and there, the notch and the camera design, the rear glass, but still the build quality and finishes are really nice, and I do like its compact design, although it is missing weather protection. The display you see right here is 5.88 inches of Full HD Plus AMOLED panel. It does come with the diamond Pantile layout, but thanks to the smaller profile, it doesn't bother you that much even when you're reading some text. The notch area here could be hidden, but overall symmetry makes it better without doing so. When you turn off the screen, there is always on display, but it doesn't show anything more than the time and date. And the screen uniformity isn't perfect, but keep in mind that this is a $270 phone. Performance-wise, it's got Qualcomm's latest chipset, Snapdragon 710. That's got CPU performance similar to Snapdragon 835 and GPU performance similar to that of A21. And the software that runs on top of that chipset is MIUI 9.5 based on Android Oreo. Compared to the previous versions, it's a lot cleaner and more straightforward in terms of menu composition. One thing that annoys me is that it doesn't show any notification at all on the notification bar. So we'll have to pull down the bar to see if you have any, unless you have manually set them to appear on the lock screen. Overall navigation is done with the navigation key, or you can do it with the full screen gestures that look suspiciously similar to that of iPhone 10 or the BlackBerry. You can swipe up to go home, swipe up and hold for multitasking, or swipe from either side of the screen to go back. Now the rear camera comes in dual setup, f1.9 and f2.0, and that doesn't sound really good, but in real life it actually performed better than I thought. In the broad daylight, photos look really good, and even at indoors or low lighting conditions, it doesn't shake that much even with lack of OIS, because it's got the EIS instead. And you can enable the AI technology with the little button there that automatically recognizes over 200 scenes and does its magic. And it actually does its job. Foods look tastier, low lighting photos are brighter, and the cats look cuter. And of course you can engage with the portrait mode with the depth effect. Since the secondary camera is only 5 megapixels, there is some noticeable noise, but still way better than competition. Another thing way better than competition is this selfie camera of 20 megapixels. And just like the rear one, you can engage with the portrait mode. This is done with the software with the AI technology, and this also works surprisingly well. Moving on to the audio department, 3.5mm headphone jack is nowhere to be found, so you'll have to use the Bluetooth earbuds or the USB Type-C port. Thankfully, they've included the adapter, and it does sound pretty good, plus there's a number of sound effects. And also only this, not this, is speaker, so it's a mono one, and it doesn't sound that good. It's not that loud, and the output is a bit mumbly. The quality is only about average, I would say. Next up is a battery life, and unfortunately it also isn't one of its strong suits. You'll get around 5.5 hours, which is enough for about a day of use. And do keep in mind that I'm always on the LTE network, never on Wi-Fi, so most of you will be able to get more than that. Charging is done through the USB Type-C port on the bottom, and it supports up to Quick Charge 3.0. And topping that empty battery up is really fast. Half an hour is going to give you 56%, an hour for 94%, and fully charging that cell is only going to take an hour and 20 minutes. And now that I told you this much, time for conclusion on the Mi 8 SE. The phone does have a little suspicious design, display is not perfect, the camera could have had OIS, speaker could be richer, but how much does this cost? $270. That's how much they're asking in mainland China. Of course, folks in the other regions would have to pay a little more than that, but still, with that pricing, I'm more than satisfied with this phone. The display quality, performance, battery life, camera, audio, may be questionable, but overall, this is a very solid phone, especially at that price. So that was the Mi 8 SE. I really enjoyed using it. I hope you guys do too. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. You can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We'll see you guys later. Ciao.